Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Benjamin Netanyahu was the Prime Minister of Israel into 2021. Yassar Arafat was chairman of the Palestine Liberation Organization, that's the PLO, for 35 years. Here I stitch together some of their popular quotations, and I add connectors in to make it seem a little more like a conversation. And okay, Netanyahu starts. If the Arabs put down their weapons today, there would be no more violence. If the Jews put down their weapons today, there would be no more Israel. Arafat says, we will not bend or fail until the blood of every last Jew, from the youngest child to the oldest elder, is spilled to redeem our land. Netanyahu says, I don't want to govern the Palestinians. I don't want them as subjects of Israel or as citizens of Israel. I want them to have their own independent state, but a demilitarized state. Arafat says, peace for us means the destruction of Israel. I, Yassar Arafat, man of destiny, will give the Palestinians a national identity through conflict with Israel. Whoever stands by a just cause cannot possibly be called a terrorist. Netanyahu says, we are entitled to our own country, where Jews from around the world can come here, just as Palestinians from around the world can come to the Palestinian state. Arafat says, peace for us means the destruction of Israel. We are preparing for an all-out war, a war that will last for generations. The Israelis are mistaken if they think we do not have an alternative to negotiations. By Allah, I swear they are wrong. The Palestinian people are prepared to sacrifice the last boy and the last girl so that the Palestinian flag will be flown over the walls, the churches, and the mosques of Jerusalem. Netanyahu says, I often hear them accuse Israel of Judaizing Jerusalem. That's like accusing America of Americanizing Washington, or the British of Anglicizing London. You know why we're called Jews? Because we come from Judea, that land of Israel that the Palestinians now want to claim. Arafat says, martyrs, martyrs, martyrs. We want 1 million martyrs to march on Jerusalem. Netanyahu says, you bomb us, you threaten us with more. So peace is purchased from strength. It's not purchased from weakness or unilateral retreats. Arafat says, since we cannot defeat you in war, we do this in stages. We take any and every territory that we can of Palestine and establish a sovereignty there. And we use it as a springboard to take more. When the time comes, we can get the Arab nations to join us for the final blow against Israel. Netanyahu says, you know who's been violating the nuclear non-proliferation pact day and night? Those who signed it, Iran, Iraq, Libya, and Iran violates it while calling for Israel's destruction and racing to develop atomic weapons to that end. Must this conflict continue for generations? Or will we enable our children and our grandchildren to speak in years ahead of how we found a way to end it? In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, which mainly consists of my self-help advice, but occasionally interspersed with things like this, as well as my piano playing. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.